I remember the cartoon, The Prince of Egypt, but now I've got the actual King of Egypt.
Yes, yes.
This is John Dominick, who plays the King of Egypt.
I am.
We don't talk about your name, though, in the play, do we?
We don't, not much.
What would it
Not
be?
much.
Is it Ramses?
No, I'm actually the king, because so we have Ramses, we have Radames.
Oh, there are other
yes,
characters.
there are
I
other
see.
characters, yes.
All right, so you're just
yes,
not
the king.
Pharaoh.
Not Pharaoh.
King.
Yes, Verdi just listed the king.
All right.
King.
Now, the story of the opera Aida debuted at the pyramids in 1871 to celebrate the Suez Canal. So can you imagine
Wow.
standing there? I mean, in the real deal, looking like, oh, hey, this is all mine. That's all me. I'm king. I'm king of this.
Yes. I don't know if I could imagine that, actually.
Well,
Not nowadays.
tell me about this role as king in Aida. Have you, if so, where else have you done this one?
Well, this is actually my first king role.
Awesome.
I've played other kings in other operas, but this is my first king role in Aida. And it is a role for a bass voice, and really you should have a really big, huge bass voice, because he's always declaring what needs to be done, and you have the rest of the cast paying attention to what actually the king is saying.
Well, that is exciting to me, because sometimes I meet the singers who, they've played the guy in Turandot, for example, is, well, this is kind of my gig. I go and I do Calaf everywhere I go. But now you have an opportunity through Knoxville Opera to grow your repertoire.
Exactly, precisely.
I love it.
And this is one of the reasons why, actually, for two different reasons. I love Verdi. I love singing Verdi, and like you mentioned, to sort of expand my repertoire.
Excellent.
And it's also learning and growing musically as well.
Now, we met at the Rossini Festival, and as I recall, you told me you lived in New York.
I do.
Whereabouts? Manhattan?
I actually live right north of Manhattan.
The Bronx?
In Westchester County, right above the Bronx.
Dude,
right above the Bronx.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, really?
I grew up in Yonkers.
Oh, wow. I live in Mamaroneck.
Come on.
Yes.
That's my fifth grade teacher lived there.
Yes,
Do you
I
know her,
live in
Mrs.
Mamaroneck.
Marin?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. She's probably passed.
Yes,
So that is very cool.
Yeah, I've been living in Mamaroneck for about 15 years now.
Are you originally from Northeast?
Nope.
You have no accent. I'm trying to pick it up.
Oh, and you haven't picked it up, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
Actually, I was
Well, you didn't pick up my New York accent either, so if we want to talk different, we can talk. I can get into it, if that's what we got to do, all right?
But you'll be amazed. I was born and raised in Louisiana.
Interesting. Now, they say the Louisiana accent is heavily influenced by the Brooklyn accent, because the nuns from the Catholic school in Brooklyn shipped down to New Orleans and taught heavily down there, which is why some of you get some of that, hey, come on, share, some of that real Cajun-y talk.
Yeah, that Cajun talk.
Of course, more on the Cajun side than the Creole, but, has got some definite New York connections.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I read up on accents.
Excellent.
I can't help myself.
Excellent.
Well, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're loving, opera, of course, means you have to be able to go everywhere.
Right. I mean, I've been doing this ever since I left school. I've been doing this pretty much throughout my entire life.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to Northwestern State University of Louisiana.
Yeah.
In Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's right northwest. Well,
And you studied opera there?
I studied opera there.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Had a very good voice teacher there.
And what is your take on Knoxville? Obviously, we have an opera program at UT. You see all of these singers coming in from the University of Tennessee, and they're doing a fine job.
They're doing a fantastic job,
chorus.
actually. I do have colleagues who I used to actually sing with in Waynesville, North Carolina, who actually live here. So I was in Knoxville before, some time ago, a long time ago, but I have yet to catch up with them.
Oh, all right. Well, I hope that they come to the show.
I think they will.
Excellent.
I think they will.
So what's your take on the just being around? I know they drag you out to every delicious local restaurant, just trying to fatten everybody up, I think is what they're trying to do.
Yes, they are. They are. The food is actually fantastic here. I'm really enjoying the camaraderie with everyone.
Yeah.
It's really very, very awesome.
Well, cool. Well, like I was telling Michelle Johnson earlier today, when I'm looking around the room and I recognize people from the UT chorus, and I recognize dancers from Go Contemporary Dance Works, and the folks from the Knoxville Opera Chorus, and I mean, even Eileen, who is your accompanist for the rehearsals, she goes to church with us, so we see her every week.
Oh, she's incredible. She's
Yeah.
awesome. Yes.
All right. Well, fantastic. John Dominick, the King.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, Your Majesty. I'm looking forward to hearing your
I
belt.
do too.
Belting out Rumble the Pyramids with your voice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right,
I appreciate it.
KnoxvilleOpera.com has got your tickets in John's bio as well. 524-0795 is the box office number. And don't miss Aida, the grandest opera of them all, May 4th and 6th at the Knoxville Civic. I'm Frank Murphy for 93.1 WNOX.